Hello everyone, welcome back to a new episode of Vedic Mathematics series from Syllabus Coach. Today, in this module, we're trying to understand how to do multiplication using non-base method. At the same time, we'll also try to learn how to square a number using non-base method. But what is this non-base method? Let's take an example. When you use 54, right? When you're trying to square this 54, and if you use this base method where you compare this number with 100, comparison would become difficult because it's like 46 less than 100, and when you square 46, that's going to be hectic, right? So that's why we have different techniques called non-base method. It's very simple. It's just an extension to the base method, which is, for example, if you look at 54, this 54 is near to 50. What is it? This number is near to 50. So this is the non-base number. Instead of using 100 for your comparison, you would be comparing this particular number with 50. But what is the difference in the execution? It's simply 100 by 2, right? So whenever we are solving these kind of questions using non-base method, it would remain the same as base method, except in the answer on the left hand side section, you will have to divide by 2 because you are actually using a base method, but you are comparing it with 50, which is 100 by 2. So let's solve this example clearly, and all of you would be able to relate it well with the technique now. Let's do it. Going to the next question. So we have 54 into 54, right? What is 54 into 54, students? 54 into 54 is nothing but 4 4 16, and then 4 5 is 20, 21, and then 5 4 is 20, and we have 25, 27. So we have 6, 1, 9, and 2. So the answer for this question is 2916, right? So 54 whole square is nothing but 2916, isn't it? Now let's solve this question using non-base method. So what is 54 into 54? We write it like this first, right? So now the first step whenever you do this multiplication using base on non-base method is to write the base number, which is 50, right? Now this 54 is 4 more than 50, isn't it? It is 4 more than 50, and similarly this 54 is 4 more than 50, isn't it? Now what are you going to do? You're simply trying to multiply these two things together, which is, what is it? 16. What is it? 4 into 4, 16. Right. And now you will have to compare this 50 with the main base. What is the main base, students? It is 100 by 2. Right. As the main base is 100, we'll have two digits on the right hand solution. Right. Just 16. But the base is being divided by 2. That's why the answer that you get should also be divided by 2. Isn't it? So what is 54 plus 4 or 54 plus 4? It is 58. But the base is not a base. It's like non-base, which is 50, which is 100 by 2. So divide this number by 2. Therefore, you get 29. Do not divide this number on the right hand side, students. It's just left hand side solution. Therefore, the answer to this question is 2916, isn't it? Amazing. Let's take one more example and make it more clear. So you have 67 square, students. So 67 into 67. I'm assuming the base to be 50, but the base is actually 100, which is divided by 2. So that's the question. So 67 is nothing but plus 17, and 67 is nothing but plus 17. So what is the next step, students? Next step is to make sure the right hand solution is having two digits, because the main base is having two digits of 100, two zeros. So 17 into 17 is how much, students? It's 289. So I write 8 here, I write 9 here, I keep 2 as carry. And then what is 67 plus 17, students? What is 67 plus 17? How much? It's nothing but 84. So 84, right? Now what are you supposed to do? It's very simple. First, you have to divide this number by 2. What is it? 84 divided by 2. That becomes 2 fours are and 2 twos are 42, isn't it? And now you need to add the carry that you have. So it becomes 42 plus 2. So the answer to this question is nothing but 4489, isn't it? So I need to tell you one important thing. Whenever you get this number, do not add this immediately. Do not add this immediately. You need to take this number, divide by 2, and once you get this answer, which is 42, only then add the carry. Only after dividing, add the carry. So the answer to this question is 4489. Hope you're clear with this concept. Let's go to one more example, students. So we have 66 into 66, right? How much it is? Plus 16 plus 16, when you assume the base to be how much? 50. But this 50 is nothing but 100 by 2. Therefore, the answer is nothing but 16 into 16, 256. But you'll have only 2 digits because you have 2 zeros in the main base, so 56. So 2 will be a carry. But 66 plus 16 is nothing but how much? 82. How much? 82. But it is by 2, students. Therefore, divide this by 2. So what is it, students? 41. But you have this carry, which is plus 2 and then 56. So the answer to this question is 4356. Isn't it clear, students? Amazing. Let's go to one more example with a different non-base. What is it? With a different non-base. So what is a new non-base? So the question is 203 into 201, students. But what is the non-base now? Because you can compare directly with 200. So the non-base is going to be 200. But what is 200, students? When you have a base 100 and when you try to multiply with 100, that becomes 200. So compare with 200. Now it is plus 3 and it is plus 1. Isn't it, students? Now, as this is the main base, which is 100, the answer will have 2 digits on the right hand side. So what is 3 into 1, students? 3 into 1 is nothing but 3. But we need to write it as 03 because we require 2 digits on the right hand side. And then 203 plus 1 or 20 plus 1, 3, it is going to be 204, students. Isn't it? But the base is 100, but the non-base is 200. So we are multiplying the base into 2. Therefore, the answer on the left hand side needs to be multiplied with 2. So therefore, this becomes 408. What is it? 408, and it is 03. Therefore, the answer to this question is nothing but 40803. Hope all of you are clear with this concept, students. Let me take one more example and make it much more clear for all of you. Okay, so next question is nothing but 217 into 212. But what is 217, students? If I take the non-base as 200, because 217 is nothing but 17 more than 200 and 212 is 12 more than 200. And what is the next step, students? You just have to multiply 17 into 12. But 17 into 12 is how much? 17 is 34, it's 204. But the answer should consist of 2 digits on the right hand side. So I write 04 here and keep the 2 as carry somewhere. Isn't it? And what is the next step? 207 plus 12. Isn't it? 207 plus 12, which is 229. Isn't it? It is 229. But this 200 is multiple of the base 200, which is like 2 times 100. So I have to multiply 229 into 2, which becomes 458. Isn't it? Now I have to add this 2 to 458. So that becomes 459. But I also have 04 here. Bring it down, students. So it would be 45904. Is it correct? No, right? Because it's 458 plus 2 is 460. So this should be 46004. So the answer to this question is 46004. Amazing. You got the answer with this particular technique. Therefore, use this technique in any place. Got it? So this technique will help you to solve questions in less than 15 seconds. Hope you're excited to learn more techniques from us. So make sure you follow and subscribe our channel from now, which is Syllabus Coach, because we are coming up with new series and new videos which will help you to solve any question in any competitive exam. Thank you so much, guys. Super excited to see you soon in the next episode.